All right, thank you very much. Let's take you to the scoreboard right away. They are just about ready to start the second half, and the Giants lead Dallas. A fantastic goal line stand by the Giants. Cowboys gambled on fourth down. Middle linebacker Carson got back and deflected the pass away. And, of course, the game you're watching, Tampa Bay headed for the playoffs, leading Atlanta 7-3. Pittsburgh shutting down on Washington 17-7. Bradshaw has thrown 2 touchdown passes, 11 and 16 yards in that game. Philadelphia 13, Cleveland 10. A lot of copy details in that game. Sipe 21 yards to Rucker, 19th touchdown pass of the season for Sipe. Montgomery 62 yards for an Eagle score. That is the longest run of his career. Yes, Carmichael did it. 106 now, the consecutive game reception record. Buffalo leading New England, 2 field goals in that game by Nick Mickemeyer. And Minnesota and St. Louis are still scoreless. Cincinnati and Baltimore also are scoreless in the first. And San Diego struck Faust to Lord Jeff. They kicked the extra point. It's 7-0 Chargers now.
Lord Jeff. When the Dallas Cowboys arrived in New York late yesterday, CBS had a cassette of Too Tall Jones's bout ready for them to view. Irv Cross asked Cowboy general manager Tex Schramm his reaction to Jones's debut.
Well, it wasn't one of the great fights of the century, I don't imagine, but I think a lot of people today are overlooking the fact that it was his first fight, just like a first fight of an amateur. And I think that the fact that he got through the 6th round, there was a little kind of a stumble, I think, and a illegal hit at the end, but the fact that the judges felt that he won the fight, it's one step further for him on his new career.
Tex, if Too Tall decided to come back to football with the Dallas Cowboys taken back,
we would love nothing better than to have Too Tall come back to us. He left under the finest of circumstances. Before the draft, he came in and told us confidentially that he would not be back, so that if that would make any difference, we could change our plans. He's been very complimentary to our football team, and if the boxing does not ever work out for him, he'll be very welcome with the Cowboys.
They could use him right now, too, against Phil Simms, who is living up to all that publicity that Irv Cross gave him today. How about the quarterbacks coming out of college football this year? Mark Wilson of Brigham Young is ranked #1 by the scouts. He is a senior. He will go on the first round. He's 6'5", and it's not an arm, it's a howitzer that he turns loose for the Cougars. Watch that pass right there against Colorado State. He is consistent, which the pros like. The only question about Mark is how he will stand up to the pressure. He is not extremely mobile, but there's not a doubt in the world about the arm that Mark Wilson possesses. The most versatile quarterback, and he is not eligible for the draft, is Art Schlichter at Ohio State. He is only a sophomore, and the scouts are drooling already because he can run with power and authority as well as pass for the unbeaten Ohio State Buckeyes. The best running quarterback, and he's a senior, Mark Malone at Arizona State. Watch here against Utah State. Back on his own, too. Malone, with a couple of crushing blocks, gets around the corner, gets the midfield, and with his speed, he pulls away for a 98-yard touchdown. Like Wilson, Malone's a senior. Mark Herman at Purdue is a junior. The scouts like his arm. He's 6'4", and he has an extremely quick release. After next season, there is no question that Mark Herman also will be a first-round draft choice. Paul McDonald, a senior at USC, is rated the smartest of the quarterbacks coming out. He will remind you a little bit of Ken the Snake Snabler, now with Oakland. The only doubt about McDonald is the strength of his arm. And when he hooks up like this, remember, USC has extremely talented athletes who are wide receivers. He gets a lot of help. And there's a freshman who has them drooling already, Danny Marino at Pittsburgh. Now, those are the top-rated college quarterbacks according to the professional scouts. Let me show you Phil Simms and the Giants in action against the favored Dallas Cowboys. Giants trying to win for the 5th straight time. Irv told you Simms was calm, cool, and collected. Watch this one. He'd already coughed up one interception. Came from the pocket, took his time, got Perkins, who made a dandy catch, and Perkins pulled away. Now, 4th down. Cowboys need it. Staubach has called a pass play on the gamble. Carson drops back to the deep zone and gets a hand on it. What a great play that is by the middle linebacker. Now, let's send you back to the stadium and the game you've been watching.